Hey everybody, it's Gamer Gramps here. Today we are starting a brand new playthrough. This time we're playing with Christina and Sweden, and we're going to be going for a culture victory. So we're playing on DD difficulty as always, but like we normally do, we're going to take our time and explain things as we go so that newer players can follow along and actually learn the concepts that we're using on DD, and then take that and apply it to their own games on whatever difficulty level they do play for. So if that sounds like it's interesting to you, then definitely stick around. If you want to get good at Civ 6, subscribe and hit the bell to keep up with this channel. Alright, so now that we got that fun stuff out of the way, I'm going to be going through and explaining the game here. First, we're just going to get it quickly set up. So we're playing on DD difficulty, a small map just because it's a YouTube playthrough and most people only watch the first couple episodes and then interest teeters off. So this way, the game goes fairly fast. We'll leave it on disaster intensity 2. The only thing I'm going to change here is the world age. I'm going to put it to new because I like lots of hills and mountains in my playthroughs, and the same thing with the rainfall. I'm going to put it to wet, and just that way there's more forests and rainforests and stuff like that. But other than that, we're going to get started. So now I'm going to take a little bit to explain things here about Sweden as we go along. So if you want to skip all that, just check the timestamps in the comment section. There'll be a comment pinned at the top that you can just jump straight to where we start the game. Alright, so I had to move myself over here because we were streaming Diablo 3 the other day and my camera position's fucked up. Anyway, alright, so Christina is a very, very powerful culture civilization. So she has Minerva of the North as her first ability here. Buildings with at least 3 great work slots and wonders with at least 2 great work slots are automatically themed when they have all their slots filled. She may construct the Queen's Bibliothèque in the government plaza. Alright, so this is a very, very, very powerful and very handy, I might add, ability of hers. So basically, what you normally have to do if you're playing any other civilization other than Sweden is when you want to theme your different museums, basically what you have to do is like mix and match different things so that they're all themed. Like you have to have all religious art, say, from 3 different sources. It can't be the same artist, and this can end up being a pain in the ass. It makes it harder to theme things. And so her ability here just completely nullifies any of the headaches that come with theming things, which is going to allow us to get culture very early in the game and do so relatively easily. It basically, as soon as you have enough pieces that can go in an art museum, it's automatically themed, which is going to greatly increase our tourism, which will help us win with culture even faster. So continuing along here, I guess I did forget about the Queen's Bibliothèque. So basically, it's unlocked as soon as you get to your second tier of government, and what it does is it has 2 slots of writing, 2 slots of music, and 2 slots of art in it. And as soon as we fill it up, because of our special ability as Christina, it's cover all that shit when we get in. So enough fucking talking, let's just jump in and get going here. Okay. Right away I can just see everybody's fucking head going, Petra, Petra, Petra. It definitely looks like it's a possibility. However, I don't want to do it in our capital city. So anyways, this is going to take me a minute to think about. Like, we're definitely going to play this game. I just need to try and think about things and try and figure out where exactly we're going to settle and where our districts are going to go and where our wonders are going to go, because that's very important with Sweden. I'll explain more as I think about this and get a plan going here. Alright, so I think I got things figured out here pretty well. Actually, just one second. I gotta move myself here. There we go. Sorry, that's a little bit better. Anyway, alright, so I'm a little bit disappointed because I wanted to get the Great Library in our capital. Because of the bonus that we have with tourism. As soon as we put 2 pieces of writing in the Great Library, it becomes themed, and it gives us more tourism and culture that way. However, we don't have a good spot for our campus with that has flat land adjacent to it. I guess if I turn 3 settled, we could. Oh yeah, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Is it worth it though? Turn 3 settling, or no, that wouldn't work because Apadana. Oh wait, yeah, I could put the Apadana here. If we turn 3 settle here, put the Apadana there, this would become the Great Library. And we could still do the Oracle here. Actually, that's not a bad idea, because then it also moves us away from the desert tiles, which we don't really want it in the capital anyway. Because I had been planning on settling it. I had been planning on a turn 2 settle anyway. Yeah, you know what? Because that still gives us a +3 campus. Yeah, that's actually pretty sexy. I'm glad I thought of that. I think it's worth it. It's only 1 extra turn, because we are already going to turn 2 settle, and I was going to drop the city where the Great Library is now. But yeah, that definitely, and that still leaves us access to the stone from over here, and 1, 2, 3, and the woods over there as well. We do lose out on 1 wood there, technically, I suppose. Oh, you know what? And we lose the spices too. Yeah, you know what? Screw this. Okay. we're going to do this, and we'll just have to figure out a spot for the Great Library in a 2nd city or a 3rd city or whatever. It's not that big of a deal. And this still does leave us with the +3 campus. And then if our capital grows at some point, we could always put a commercial hub in there as well later on in the game. For now, though, we're not going to worry about it. Let's just rock and roll. So let's get to exploring. We're going to move and settle there next turn. Let's go down south. I want to follow the mountain range here, and because ideally we want to get as many cities around these mountains as we can so that we have good holy site locations. As far as what we are going to be researching, we're going to be going straight towards astrology because we want to get a religion going as quickly as possible. I personally prefer to, in almost all my culture games, get a religion. I just find it so convenient. It makes it so that you get, when you get golden ages in the early game, you can pick the monumentality dedication, which allows you to buy builders and settlers with faith. Not to mention, as the game progresses and you get later on, you can buy great people with it, and then buy in the late game you can buy rock bands and make national parks and stuff like that. So I really think that it comes with almost no negatives other than being a little bit vulnerable in the early game, which if you practice a little bit, it shouldn't be that big of a problem to navigate through that kind of situation. So we're going to go ahead and move towards astrology, and here we are going to go with a scout. So now it's super important when you are deciding to go for a religion, in my opinion anyway, that you open up with a double scout opening, and that's because it's crazy important that we get a golden age in the classical era in order to get the game going properly. Otherwise, you're gonna really, if you don't manage to get a golden age for the classical era, it's gonna really hamstring your ability to grow fast and to use the religion and the faith from that religion properly. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but we're gonna do everything we can to get that. So having the 2 scout opening definitely helps get you era score a lot quicker. Alright, so we have a nice goodie hut down there. We'll go grab that. Ugh. I don't like volcanoes, so... Alright, so we're going to come down here with our warrior. I don't want to go too far, though. I think our scout will send through this mountain pass, and then our second scout... most likely we'll head up around here or check the desert out. All that depends really on whether we find a good location for a 2nd and 3rd city, because we definitely... Ooh, nice. We got a builder there. That's going to be a nice little boost, actually, considering the tiles that we do have. We can easily go towards craftsmanship now that we got this builder early, because normally what we'd want to do is go towards foreign trade because it's a lot easier that way. And while we do want to get there, it's nice to be able to get craftsmanship to get the boost towards builders and start producing them early. So since we have the free builder, right now what we're going to do is just explore with him. and basically treat him as a little mini scout for the time being, since we don't have anything for the builder to do anyway, and there's really nothing to worry about because barbarians won't attack your builders or your settlers unless their barbarian hut has already been killed. So as long as we are a little bit careful, there's basically very little risk and lots of reward for doing this early. If you've learned a lot from my videos, consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. There's 3 different choices that you can choose from, all for different prices, but for as little as $5 a month, you can help to make this channel successful and ensure that we continue to put out videos that you enjoy. Meanwhile, let's just keep coming down this mountain range. Alright, nice. So we got a first meet on Kabul. Or wait, what's their bonus? I think, is it at the, oh, never mind. It's a completely shit bonus for us, but oh well. It's +2 production in the capital, so that's not bad at all. We'll definitely take it. However, I was thinking, I forget which, off the top of my head, I forget what military city-state it is, but I was thinking that Kabul was the one that allows you to purchase walls with faith, and that's actually not bad when you're going for a culture victory, especially when you do it like we do it and set up a religion. So again, I'm just going to keep following this mountain range. It looks like there's a river in here too, so there's no fresh water over here, but it looks like right here there is, so I want to follow along that route. Meanwhile, we got 3 turns until the border growth. I probably should have done this earlier, but yeah, I'm going to switch to make them work the holy sites, make them work the marsh for the +3 food in order to force us to grow faster. And then as soon as we expand to the spices, we'll take over that tile and lock that down. When you're playing the early game, you always want it to grow as quickly as you can, because as soon as you do grow, that's another citizen that you can work the higher production tiles. So in my opinion anyways, it's always better to prioritize growth in the very early game. I guess that basically the same can be said when you're establishing other cities as well.
It appears not to be the
nice
scar of a meteorite, but a deeply eroded dome.
Wow, sort of nice, I guess. It's nice because we got the boost for astrology, which okay, that's nice, but as far as natural wonders goes, it's a freaking piece of shit. Like, the Eye of the Sahara, I honestly think is probably like the single worst natural wonder that I can think of off the top of my head. Like, it's just complete garbage. However, did we get the nice, we were the first to actually see it and discover it, so we got +3 air score, so that's not too shabby at all. We'll definitely take a look over here, because not only can we get good air score for settling within 2 tiles of the wonder, but it's also great for our holy site adjacency bonuses. So hopefully we can find a nice little spot somewhere around this river where we can get a really powerful holy site for our 2nd or 3rd city. Oh, I hit. Alright, so meanwhile, we're going to keep going towards astrology. Okay, so there is a barb camp, that's fine. Again, I'm not worried about them killing our builder, however, I don't want to press it. It looks like we're at the coast anyway, so I'll probably just come to this mountain range and then come back down into our territory here. Meanwhile, our first scout is done, so we're going to immediately start working on a second one. And as we said, we're going to come and go through this mountain pass here with our first scout. Oh, well, that's a little bit anticlimactic. Alright, well, we got the boost towards masonry from the goody hut there. However, we would have been getting the boost towards masonry anyway, since we have so many stone around our capital with a builder to do it, but oh well, it's not the end of the world, I guess. In the meantime, as we said, we'll head over there. Ooh, nice. Let's try and scoot over and get their scout. We want to do everything we can to kill 3 barbarians so that we can get the boost towards bronze working as well. It's not that we need it for an encampment, however, it is definitely handy if we need to end up chopping any rainforest right away. Ooh, the Aztecs. Okay, so that's a so-so. We'll exchange information on our capitals and let's find out where they are. Ooh, they're fairly close. It's not too bad though, because as long as we give them luxuries when we get them, they have a really easy leadership ability or leadership agenda, sorry, to satisfy. Where, oh, never mind. I'm just looking at our thing. Our relationships is -7 for unknown reasons, so they're definitely going to be denouncing us within a turn or two. The joys of playing on DD difficulty. However, though, because of his leadership agenda, that it basically, as long as you trade your luxuries with them, and as long as you don't have luxury resources that they don't, it improves your relationship very quickly. So even though it looks like with -7 relationship, we're going to get denounced very quickly, we should be able to get over that and eventually become friends with them. With that being said, though, now I definitely want to keep our warriors close, and I want to explore over here as quickly as we can. So it's good that our scout is coming this way, and that's because we definitely want to settle as quickly as we can before the Aztecs do. Alright, so this would be a nice spot for a holy site. Actually, yeah, holy shit, because we get the +2 from the mountains, and we get +4 from the 2 tiles of the natural wonder. So if we popped one there, that would be good. And then that, if we can fit another city in somewhere or in this giant blob of unknown territory, if we can get another holy site right here, this would be a +4 holy site. And this would also be a +4 holy site, depending on what's around us. So we'll definitely keep an eye out there. But it would be nice to get 2, if not 3 cities worth of decent holy sites out of this wonder, and kind of make the best of a shitty situation, because it really is a dumpster fire of a natural wonder. All right. Now, I think I'll move over onto the stone. Oh, nice. I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna move over onto the stone because I want to cut the Eagle Warrior off from hopefully killing the scout, because I would like to get that kill, and then also it has a good defensive bonus because it's a stone and a hill, so it also gave us the nice bonus of getting that. However, I don't know if I'll prioritize that or not. We'll have to see here, because I would much rather, if I can work it out, I would much rather get the extra air score for clearing out the camp if I can. So with that being said, let's actually come down straight down this area with the scout, because we can kind of tag team it if we have to there. Other than that, you know what? I'm just looking at this, because this piece of shit land here is flat. And I don't really care about the campus's adjacency, because that's not what I want. I want the campus for the Great Library Wonder. If we were to say screw that, and if we go put the campus here, because we're going to be chopping the stone into either the Oracle or, oh yeah, Apadana's supposed to be here. into either the Oracle or Apadana. This stone won't be here anymore, so we can build our campus here, and then, just to double check, yeah, that would be 3 tiles. We could build the Great Library here. Okay, the Great Library there. Because we'll be settling all this shit in here anyway. Because we're Sweden, we don't really care. Like, you want to find good cities when you can, but other than that, it doesn't matter. You just want to settle as much as you possibly can and go as wide as you possibly can, because every single city that you settle is going to be an open air museum for you. Like that special thing we were talking about there, the open air museum. It's a builder charge, it's a tile improvement that a builder can make, but you can make 1 per city, and it can get you, like I said, up to plus 10 culture and plus 10 tourism per city, and that's pre-flight, so that doubles when you do get to flight. And because you can make 1 of them per city, the wider you go when you're playing Sweden, the more powerful that ability becomes. So, yeah, because then we could definitely get... We're going to be setting coastal cities. I'll figure it out as we explore more of the territory. We'll line it up as best we can, but then we can get another city or 2 theater square beside here in order to get the boost to them. So it's essentially, this plan now sacrifices 2 science, because here it would have been a plus 3, right? Plus 1 from there and 2 mountains. Yeah, it would have been plus 3 there. Meanwhile, here it's only going to be a plus 1. But so be it. Oh shit, I totally forgot about that tile. So we want to unlock the tile over there, and we'll lock that spices tile on. But okay, so nice. We're going to go ahead here and we're going to take out the scout first. And then we'll come back to our tile right there. And meanwhile, like we said, we're going to come down with our scout and try and double team it. So there was that warrior coming from Kabul too. Hopefully it'll work out with 1 attack from the Eagle warrior and 1 from the Kabul warrior that we can hit it and attack it and take the era score. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. I was expecting the early denounce here because of our relationship with them was a -7 for an unknown reason. Oh, why is it grievances? Oh, because they denounced us. Okay, that's why. Whoa, I'm special sometimes, I know. Too bad I'm not playing this live. Members of my channel have icons that they can spam in chat and call me an idiot, basically. I have a unicorn emoji and another one of Red Foreman, of like the dumbass emoji. But alright, well that's weird. Nobody fucking attacked it. So, that's interesting. Alright, anyways, astrology's done. We're going to have mining sooner rather than later, so let's get our builder to come back down. He's done enough exploring for his lifetime.
I don't believe in astrology. I'm a Sagittarius, and we're skeptical.
Alright, so we're definitely going towards mining for our first tech after astrology here. Now, I'm definitely not going to attack with my warrior. Hopefully I don't know why the Aztec warrior or Eagle warrior hasn't attacked it yet, but hopefully they don't, because I'm pretty sure the spearman will survive 2 attacks from the 2 warriors, and then we can just clean it up. We finished our second scout here, so now in the capital we are going into a settler immediately. Now, in case you don't know, we do have a nice holy site planned out here. However, we have to get all the way to irrigation before we can actually build it. So we're going to have to depend on our second and third cities to get our holy site. It's going to put us a little bit behind for the religion, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. Alright, so we sent our first scout that way, so this scout will come down here. Let's go ahead and just follow the river and see what kind of desert tiles we're working with. We want to definitely be able to settle a Petra city, but we need to have shit to chop in order to get Petra. So it's kind of a delicate balance there. Okay, nice. So I don't know why he's not fucking attacking, but we will definitely take that. So we're going to go ahead and kill the city with our warrior. We'll get the boost towards that. In the meantime, now we'll come down here with our scout. Because with our warrior, we're going to stay in this vicinity because we'll be settling around here somewhere. And with the Aztecs having denounced us, that doesn't make me feel the safest, especially considering we're going to be like basically forward settling them because they're over here somewhere. All right.
Man is best. Man is the noblest of all that.
Alright, so we got a code of laws. That is good. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're definitely going to head towards craftsmanship like we talked about, because we're going to be improving 3 tiles right away with this builder. It's going to give us the boost, and which will allow us to get the Ilkham policy card in. Oh, actually, you know what? Come to think of it, no, I'm going to completely change my mind. We will do that. We're going to get the boost. However, we're still going to go towards foreign trade. I want to get this trader up and running as quickly as we can because I want to send it to the Aztecs to help improve our relationship with them. Since they have denounced us, we can still send them the trade route. Normally, what you want to do is open borders with the AI as quickly as you can. As soon as it's available, actually, even if you have to pay them for it, that's fine. It helps improve your relationships significantly. However, as soon as they either denounce you or you denounce them, you can't have open borders for the duration of that denouncement, and we still have like almost 30 turns here. Yeah, like 28 left. So this way we can still send them a trade route as soon as we unlock the path here to their city, and that way it'll help us improve our relations so that when the 28 turns is up, if they haven't sneak attacked us yet, then we should be able to have a better relationship with them, especially as long as we trade them any luxury resources we get. So what we're going to do though is going to slot in survey here, so our scouts will get double experience, and we're going to put God King in because we want to get towards a pantheon as quickly as we can. Alright, so yeah, so this scout is going to head down to the goody hut, and our warrior here will take a better look around, and hopefully we can find, well, there is fresh water here. Okay, so this is by far the better holy site to get going as quickly as we can. But this city has a lot more chops, which will allow us to easily get the pyramids up and running quicker. So if we settle here, one, two, three, four. Yeah, so we got plenty of room, and then we can, I guess, settle right here. So that way we can get that up and running as quickly as we can, and we don't have to buy as many tiles that way. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. So normally what I would do would be to send my settler down to the farthest one, like whenever I'm talking about when it's finished here in 8 turns. But normally I would go down here first off. However, I'm going to settle this city first because with the Aztecs being right there, the loyalty is going to become an issue. Oops. Yeah. The loyalty will be an issue the bigger their cities get, so I think that's what we'll do. If the loyalty doesn't go up, then we will just go to the farthest city quicker, because it is the better city and will be the better city in the long run. Meanwhile, like we said, we want to get pyramids here. Or actually, you know what? Yeah, because that's their holy site. You know what? We're going to... That's way too close to the Aztecs anyways for us to get a third holy site out of this wonder. So what we're going to do is we'll actually build the pyramids here. Oops. And that way we can get our theater square here, and we'll build a theater square here as well. And they can both enjoy the bonus of being next to a wonder, since we are not going to be building that many wonders other than in our capital and then certain ones. But the pyramids is definitely worth it. Anytime you have the opportunity to go ahead and do it, you definitely want to grab it if you can. So yeah, I think that's a good plan so far. However, you know what, I'm just taking a look at the clock here. I think this is... Yeah, actually, you know what, looking at the clock here, I'm trying to keep these things a little bit shorter than I normally do to make it easier for me to edit them and easier for you to actually watch them. So I am going to put a cut in here. Please do me a favor and leave a like on the video or a comment down below. Better yet, both would help, because I'm a small channel. I could use all the help I can get being discovered. But yeah, I'm just going to shut up now, and I'll see you in the next video.